This video will cover the topic using a calculator to approximate inverse trigonometric values. For our first example problem, we will solve the following set of inverse trigonometric functions: inverse tangent of negative 0.8, inverse cosine of 1.26, and inverse sine of 0.73, in order to approximate their values.
Are there any methods or tools that we need to use in order to find the approximate values?
Excellent question. For this problem, we're going to use the calculator tool that Alex has provided for us. To access the calculator tool, click on the calculator button on the right side of the Alex page.
Are there any adjustments that we need to make for the calculator?
Yes, there is one adjustment we have to make to our calculator. The calculator is set to degrees by default. For this problem, we will need to change our value settings to radians. We change the calculator to radian mode by clicking on the radian button. Once we have the calculator out and set to radian mode, we click on the inverse tangent button, which will input an inverse tangent to the calculator. Next, we input the value of negative 0.8 and then click on the equal sign, which results in negative 0.674740942222. We now round the number to the nearest hundredth position. This results in our final answer of negative 0.67.
Do we repeat these steps for the other two problems?
Exactly. For our next problem, we will click on the inverse cosine button in order to input the inverse cosine into our calculator. We next input the value of 1.26 and then click on the equal sign, which results in an undefined result.
What answer would we input when the inverse value is undefined?
When our answer is undefined, we click on the undefined button in order to input undefined as our answer. This results in our final answer. For our next problem, we click on the inverse sine button, which will input the inverse sine into our calculator. We next input the value of 0.73 and then click on the equal sign, which results in 0.8183219563. We now round the number to the nearest hundredth position. This results in our final answer of 0.82.
I think I'm starting to understand the concept, but let me summarize just to make sure. In order to approximate the inverse trigonometric values, we will input our values into our calculator tool, which will give us the approximation. Then we round down to the nearest hundredth, which results in our final answer.
Great job! It seems you have an understanding on how to use a calculator to approximate inverse trigonometric values.